1986, 35 years ago. West Edmonton Mall had just undergone its most major expansion. Already the world's largest mall, the 1986 edition more than doubled the size of the center and brought with it major attractions, like the World Water Park and the world's largest indoor lake, complete with submarine ride and over 200 species of marine life. And, of course, with the attractions came the stores. Hundreds of stores, growing from some 400-odd retail outlets to over 800 locations, all in the same mall. And while the majority have changed or moved or have been replaced over the last 35 years, a few beat the odds and have remained in business in the same location for approaching 4 decades. For virtually the entirety of Phase 3's existence, one of the largest tenants to accomplish such a task had been the Brick, the furniture chain founded right here in Edmonton way back in 1971. But somewhat recently, with Sears Canada departing from the retail market, the Brick relocated to the upper floor of what was once the former Sears anchor store location, on the complete opposite side of the mall. That left its former Phase 3 space empty.
And for those of you who have walked around the mall recently, you might have noticed something new in the location where the Brick once existed. West Edmonton Mall's newest attraction, Virtual Land.
It promises to be North America's largest virtual reality theme park. The space it takes up in much of the former 2-story furniture store is huge. And this part of the mall was completely gutted and reconfigured just to make room for this experience. We've seen this approach elsewhere in the past, like with the addition of Drive Karting, the mall's massive multi-level go-kart track. But instead of a single attraction like we see with Drive, Virtual Land intends to blur the lines between an amusement park and an arcade by featuring over a dozen different virtual reality experiences.
And if you happen to glance through the locked gates at Virtual Land, it's almost impossible not to notice one thing. They have more than enough to satisfy the gun-loving gamer in you.
This new addition to the mall is still currently under development, slated for opening this coming August. But we're lucky enough to get in for a sneak peek at just a couple of exciting things that are being set up now. Like this massive truck, which arrived in the space mere days ago, originally weighing several tons. And it's more than just a decoration. It's a part of the game, acting as your standing platform in just one of the VR experiences which is coming to Virtual Land.
So, picture this. It's the middle of the zombie apocalypse, and you need to make your escape. Grab up to 4 friends and hop on the back of an authentic Canadian military vehicle, armed with one of these.
The assault rifle style game controllers boast 99% accuracy and include some pretty impressive features, like recoil kickback in the stock, which, when paired with the built-in speaker, makes for some pretty immersive gameplay. The controllers also feature LED-lit muzzle fire that looks pretty darn cool, even when fired by someone as dorky looking as me. There will be other firearm-style game controllers to choose from as well, and they'll all work with a variety of games. So, when you climb aboard your zombie escape vehicle and take your position standing alongside the rest of your crew, you'll be armed and ready to take on the undead. Simply put on your VR headset and buckle in. I gotta say, I'm really taken with this vintage truck. This is an authentic Canadian military vehicle. It was in service with our armed forces years ago. Best I can tell, it's a GMC 6x6, their M135 series. Variants of these trucks were used in both the Canadian and American armed forces, and were mainly used to transport cargo. But there were other uses as well. These would have been manufactured in the 1950s, and were the only automatic transmission vehicles of their type from that era. But boy, oh boy, do I just love the interior. The dials and switches are fantastic, and they really make you think about how far technology has come. We used to use physical knobs and switches for virtually every function within a car, and today we're fully immersing ourselves in a virtual world. It's crazy when you think about it. After removing much of the mechanical guts to address weight issues, the truck was completely sanded and repainted to fit its new role as the zombie escape vehicle in West Edmonton Mall's Virtual Land.
And there's more to it than trying to escape zombies on the back of a truck. You might try to make your way out of a crazy prison ward or battle zombies in the middle of a forest. There are multiple chapters to the zombie adventure here at Virtual Land. But if the zombie apocalypse with all its blood, guts, and carnage is a little too much for you, and that's understandable, why not try something a little more tame? Like trying to escape an army of enemy Vikings while being pulled along on a chariot, tugged along by a couple of oversized rams.
When all is said and done, there will be attractions to appeal to all age groups. Not just shoot-'em-up style games for more mature audiences, but also racing, team-based PvP games, and family-friendly attractions which can appeal to anyone. In fact, what we've seen so far is just the tip of the iceberg. The truck-based zombie game, along with the area where the Viking game will be, are just two pieces of what's to come. There is far, far more on the way.
This is obviously an early first look into the space, so much of the decor, the attractions, the VR headsets, the electronics, it hasn't been installed yet. So keep an eye on the channel as we come back for periodic updates. And anticipate with me the arrival of West Edmonton Mall's next great attraction, Virtual Land.
Stay tuned to the channel and my social media pages because we're going to be giving away free passes to Virtual Land. If you enjoyed this video, please subscribe to the channel. Give us a like and a share. And maybe even visit my Patreon page. And why not check out one of my other videos? All about the greatest indoor show on earth, West Edmonton Mall. Oh, and thanks for watching.